What do you mean eating poi and pizza? Who the hell would do that? Eat poi and pizza. Who does that? Idiots do that. You get diarrhea, you go eat poi and pizza.
Aloha and welcome. What's up, man? How's it going?
Good. What's going on?
It's going on, man. It's going on. We are on. How was your weekend? Let's go ahead and do the weekend update real quick.
Good.
Yeah.
Should we say that we're on with Poi and Pizza podcast?
Yeah, this is the Poi and Pizza podcast, in case you were wondering where you're at.
Yeah.
It's kind of important to know.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But you guys saw that. Why don't you go first on your weekend?
Weekend update? Okay.
I'm a little perturbed.
Well, okay, now I'm curious because my weekend there was nothing. We did nothing. So you can go ahead and tell us about your perturbed weekend.
So you ever get the honey-do list?
Yes. As a matter of fact, every day.
But that's thrown on you and it's never planned and it's just kind of a, we're doing this, and what you think is going to be small becomes like, my back is sore now. I have a hard time sitting on a toilet right now. I had a piece of wood lodged in my hand.
Lodged in your hand?
Lodged in my hand. My wife calls it a sliver. It was literally a plank of wood.
Okay.
Because
your wife, like one of your wife's things is, she says that you exaggerate when it comes to stuff like that. So I just want to put that out there for everyone.
It was a plank of wood. It was so long that when you pull the sliver out, you can feel the whole thing like, it's not a sliver. When you pull the whole plank of wood out.
It's a big plank.
Yeah, and it was the size of my finger. So, my in-laws are on the mainland.
Okay.
And you guys know that we're staying with the in-laws until we get our house built.
Is done, yeah.
Going on 11 weeks now, by the way, for those of you keeping track. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So she woke up.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Let's clarify. 11 weeks just for the permit now.
Just for the permit.
Not for the house to be built.
Right.
This is just for the permit.
Just for the permit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we got that out of the way.
Yeah. Thanks for that makes me.
Welcome to Hawaii, man.
Yeah. So we I wake up and I said, well, do you want to go to church? And she says, well, we could go to church or we could do some stuff for mom and dad since they're gone. I'm like, well, I'm more than happy to help, but like, what all are we gonna do? And like, I'm good with chores. I'm good with doing stuff around the house, but let's not commit an entire day.
Yeah.
To it. Let's choose 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's bust our tails, and then we're good.
Sure. Let's slight edge that bad boy.
Let's slight edge that bad boy.
Yeah.
But the problem is, she's like, well, I've been saying it for a long time, and she really doesn't sound like that, honey. I'm sorry. A little bit like that. But she says, well, we need to clear all of this area on the right out. And I said, okay, why? So, because mom wants it. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, though. She's like, and we got to clean the windows, the jealousies, and the screens. I'm like, okay, well, we're not doing all of that. And she's like, well, let's just start and see how we go. Oh, that means we're doing all of it. So I go out there, dude, with a freaking machete.
Okay. And you just went for it.
Dude, I've never held a machete in my life. Never. So I have this freaking long-ass knife. So I'm already mad, so I'm whacking away, right? And when you're mad, you swing even harder, and so I can start to feel, I haven't thrown a ball or swinging, so I try with the left hand, and that's just not happening. So I start whacking, and we're out there maybe an hour, and we're making some good space. So I whacked down this one tree, and I guess that part of the thing stood up. So when I went to whack again, that freaking tree lodged in my hand.
Oh,
so
man.
Whack it. And I was like, oh, son of a. And you guys can't see it because although the hole is small, the wound is deep. So I go and I'm like, I start bleeding right away. And my wife just keeps her head down because she knows I'm hurt. Because you know our wives.
Yeah.
There's not a caring.
They'll just pretend that nothing's going on.
Right. They're like,
we're
seriously,
fine.
You got hurt? Like, I gave birth.
Yeah.
I mean, and for real, how long are you guys going to use that?
Yeah.
All right, let's just be honest. Like, every time we get hurt, it's just no sympathy of, well, try pushing a baby out of your vagina.
Yeah. We can't beat that.
Right. However,
so that's kind of not fair.
However, this was close. This hurt. This was a plank of wood in my hand. So, dude, I'm bleeding, and I can see the wood like deep in my hand.
Okay.
So I'm like, I throw the machete down, and she does the most obvious. What? You get hurt. So
what happened?
I pout off into the house because I can't get it out because it's so deep. So I go and I grab the tweezers and I pull that thing out, and it was like
it was like 2 feet long.
It was close to the size of me. And that sucker hurt. So I go back outside and I had to put a Band-Aid on it because if she saw the size of the hole, she'd have like,
really?
Seriously? Yeah. So the Band-Aid was on it. And I'm like, I'm done. Like I can't even hold the machete anymore. My hand's numb.
Yeah.
I can't, which it wasn't. So I was like, I'm gonna do laundry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the laundry while my wife hacks down trees outside. That's how we do it in my house.
That's the way.
Guys, if you want to figure it out, call me. I'll tell you how. My wife, she'll go chop down trees, chop down lumber. I'll do that damn laundry, and I do it good. So
which technically you don't really do the laundry. Like the laundry machine actually does it.
Okay, so
you
put
the clothes inside of the machine and the machine
right.
It.
So that's a whole other topic that we'll get to later because my wife says she does the laundry when she puts it in, but folding it and putting it away is doing the laundry.
That's the real work. Yeah.
But she claims she does the laundry when she puts it in the washer. I'm like, really? You turn water on and you dumped it.
Yeah. It takes 10 seconds.
Yeah. So
maybe another 5 to measure out the soap and put
so that was my weekend, other than making new salad dressing.
Yeah, dude. By the way, I didn't get to try it, so I will definitely hit it. Like I was surprised. My wife came home. She said, "Oh, this is from Tony." I'm like, "No." She said, "Oh, I got you this dressing, and there's like no label on it, right?" So she went to the store. She didn't tell me she got it from you. So I'm like, why doesn't it have a label on it? Like, what kind of dressing is this? And it's just weird because she said, I got it from Tony. I go, how the heck did you get it from Tony? And so she told me the whole story. She went to the store. She saw you. She ended up going to your house and picking it up. And I'm like, yes. So now I didn't need to deal with it. But I haven't tried it yet. So I'm looking forward to trying it because I know that I left the other one at your house and never picked it up and it coagulated.
Yeah, we ate it.
At least that was your excuse
for
eating my dressing. So thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, so that was my weekend, man.
Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Awesome. Dude, like, maybe I'm just a boring guy, but like we did nothing this weekend. Well, no, that's not true. My wife went out on Friday night. She stayed out till like 2 a.m. with with some of her volleyball, with the coaches from the volleyball team that she coaches. And she took one of my girls with her, so. Like she did something, but I did freaking absolutely nothing, dude. Like I am like probably the most antisocial social guy that I'm like
hashtag hermit.
Yeah, dude. I'm like anti-socially social, and I think people have just given up on inviting me to stuff because I never show up.
Right.
So now I pretty much have no friends, like except maybe you. But other than
except for Monday morning.
Yeah. Like the people that listen to the podcast, like you're the only friends that I have. So thank you for being a friend.
Should we play that song? Thank you
for being a friend. Yeah. No. All right, man. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on. So we're gonna discuss a basketball video that we saw that Tony posted and ranted about on Facebook. And, I don't know what the big deal was, but anyway, you want to describe the video?
I'll tell you what.
Explain to people what the video was about first before we start, talking about it.
Right. So for those of you watching, you'll probably see the video play as we're talking.
Or we can put a link in the description.
Yeah, link in the description.
Sure.
So here's my issue. I'm old school. All right. I grew up watching basketball in the 80s. It was hardcore. It was fouls. It was just old school basketball.
Okay.
When I go play, and you've seen me play, I play old school. Like I'll drop an elbow two every now and then, and do it cheaply and
not call a foul. Yeah.
No, unless you breathe on me, then I'll call it. If I got the ball, it's definitely a foul. If you got the ball, there's no way.
Yeah.
No blood, no foul, unless you foul me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm becoming liberal.
Liberal media.
So. This video is of two kids, I'm guessing around the age of 13,
14-ish, yeah.
And they're at a basketball camp, so they got the numbers on. And it turns into an N1 showcase that at a basketball camp in the middle of a game, right? So it's 5-on-5. It's not 1-on-1 showcase. It's a 5-on-5 showcase. And this kid, dribbles the ball off the other kid's face and starts running his mouth and just talking trash the whole time. And it was just sickening to watch. And...
that was you, dude.
Oh no, I have it on mute.
No, I don't.
So we we're watching this video and it's just disturbing because that's where basketball has come. It's all about me. It's not about team. In fact, Kyrie Irving now is amplifying that. But it's just sad to watch where basketball has become. And I know you don't want to hear this, but it started with Jordan. It started with this, all about me, forget about the team, showcase, showboat. I'd rather look good and lose than look good and win as long as I get mine. Ugh.
Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah. So I saw the video. I saw that part where the kid kind of dribbled it off the other kid's head. So it's, I guess the thing that's really causing a firestorm is like one kid's black and one kid's white. Which frankly, I don't really care. But I guess, people started to make it into like this whole racial thing again in the comment section. I'm like, dude, it's two kids playing basketball. So the black kid bounces it off of the white kid's face, which I thought was hilarious. Like I just thought it was great. Now, granted, like, dude, the white kid had some serious handles. Like he went by the black kid like a bunch of times. So personally, I thought that the black kid talked a lot more, but I just felt like the white kid had more skills. And this coming from the guy who's between white and black, like I'm brown. So I have no, either way, I have no, what's sort of bias, but, I do like, I get it. Like, I get the whole old school thing. And, I come from a time too, where when we played, we played fundamental basketball, and now it's gotten a lot more showcasey. But I like it, man. I mean, personally, I do. Like, I love the show that these kids put on. I think it's super cool. When they're showboating and stuff, I just think that it adds to the entertainment factor. Like, one thing's for sure, and you may not want to hear this. Like, while the Boston Celtics of the 80s were that's probably one of the best dynasties, top 5 in my mind ever, they were boring as hell to watch because it was so fundamental. And it worked. While on the other side, you're the Lakers, which where, I'm going to say that's where it started. The whole Showtime thing.
Yeah.
That's.
But it was still team.
They were two completely different teams, but Showtime was so much more exciting to watch just because they were more exciting to watch. And I think that the games got into that level. And you see it in all sports now, except for, maybe volleyball. Like, you don't really see it as much, but, kids cheer and stuff. But for the most part, like, I don't see a problem with it. I honestly don't see a problem with it. I think it's good for the game, and I think it's great for entertainment. Terrific for entertainment. So.
It's like watching the Spurs versus the Warriors now. Spurs are old school. Well, they're leaning more into it. It's where the league is going.
Yeah, I just think sports in general. But you know what? If there's one thing that's always held through time and still does hold through time is like, if you're going to yap and you're going to if you're going to talk smack, like,
you better back it.
You need to hold your bag, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you need to hold your water. And like, this kid was yapping and stuff. And he had skills and stuff, but like,
he got eaten up.
Dude, this white kid was just like going right by him. Yeah. Now granted, he made a lot of shots too. And, if you had a chance to watch the video, like, they're both really talented. And this is what I say. Is the odds of them, and I'm just being straight up, what I mean? Like, don't get offended. And if that happens to be your kid, the odds of them making the league is very, very slim. Mm-hmm. And even if they make it, the odds of them of getting any playing time is even more slim. And then the odds of them becoming stars, even more slim. But heck, let them have their moment.
Yeah, but don't ask the parents that. Because their chances of getting the league, according to the parents,
he's
100%.
Going pro right now.
Yeah, he's going pro right now.
Sure.
My problem with it is this. You have the white kid crossed him over. Okay.
Yeah.
And went up for a layup, and he made the layup, and everyone rushes the court. This is in the middle of a freaking game.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's ever seen a crossover before. It's like watching the Warriors, and they make a 3-pointer, and the whole bench acts like they just won the championship, and that they've never seen a 3-pointer. It's this over glorification, over celebration of, dude, act like you've been there before. That's why Rod Smith is my favorite athlete I've ever seen. Every touchdown he'd score, he'd hand the ball to the ref and walk back like he's been there before. Chris Carter, same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm old school. I'm that crass old dude that yells at kids for being on their lawn. Get that damn ball off my yard. I don't want to see no stinking celebration. There's no fun.
Hey, sir, can I pick some lychee off your tree? No. I'm going to let it fall to the ground and rot.
Get off my yard. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see the celebration. I just play ball. Just play ball. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll agree to disagree there.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You're new school, and I know you like the entertainment on that. I hate it.
I mean, in AAU ball or in street ball, yes. Now, if it's an actual like high school or college game, like winning is the most important thing.
Yeah, but that's where it's going, though. That's where it's going, though. It's leaking into the high school game. I remember like, even playing pickup, right? I'd go out there, and I'm 40 and old, and I don't play defense. But when I do have to play defense, I suck at it now. But you get these kids that will do these little crossovers, and they do these illegal moves because all the N1 and right?
Yeah.
And so, of course,
carry the ball a lot.
Of course, they're going to go by you. And then they run their mouth because they just went by you, and you're like, dude, it's an illegal move. You'd be called for traveling. Well, I mean, the league's not calling it now, but I mean, they do all these illegal moves where all this overhype and over celebration. When of course they're gonna go by you because you can't do anything with it when they're get off my yard. Take your ball and get off my damn yard.
Yeah, and leave the damn lychees on the tree, man.
For crying out loud!
Don't pick the lychee.
Let me get back to my rocking chair and rye whiskey.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and watch the video. You're gonna see what we're talking about, and then you decide. If we may just end up putting it on our page, and if you happen to see it later on or whatever, comment on it.
Yeah,
comment on it.
Leave your comments.
Leave your comments. Yeah, and say I agree with Tony or I agree with Chris, which I know people over 35 will agree with Tony, and people under 35 will agree with me. So,
which is weird because you're way over 35.
Way over, dude. I just look like I'm under 35. But
I'm laughing in agreement.
So moving on to our shout outs, man. Let's wrap up with our shout outs.
Yep. As always, a huge shout out to Aloha Grown for providing our wardrobe. I've got the Life is Shaka shirt on today. Yeah. You've got the Grow Your Own.
I've got the Grow Your Own, yes.
And huge mahalo to Randy and the team over there at Aloha Grown. Check them out at parkerranchstore.com/Aloha Grown. Everything you buy, a percentage goes back to our local nonprofits. Even those of you that are on the mainland that are watching this, you can go right online, order some killer shirts. They'll ship them out to you. I'm all about the backyard revolution thing. I think that's a very cool concept. So I love the backyard revolution stuff, man. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So my shout out this week goes to the Murashige family over at Hilo Bake Company.
Okay. Cool.
I met Cohen about 4 years ago. I went in to try to just sell them on inbigisland.com, being a restaurant with us, and he kept saying no, and I just pestered him, and finally we sat down. We've become tremendous friends, but the family's just taken us all in.
Beautiful family.
And if I'm telling you guys, if you want just genuine, terrific food. It's one of my top 3 or 4 things that I've eaten in my entire life, and we'll have that on a show. But sure. The Murashige family, you walk in there, you just talk story with the whole family. It's so welcoming. It is just an unbelievable place to have breakfast, to have lunch. Check them out, Hilo Bake Company over in Hilo. That's my shout out.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Terrific. My shout out today is going to go out to Auntie Luana Cavelu and her daughter, Kathy. They are the ones who put on the annual Merry Monarch Festival here on the Big Island. It is the biggest hula show in the world every single year, and it's right here on the Big Island. And we had a chance to go and meet with them the other day. Yep. We're going to be helping them with their social media, which we're super excited about. So the amount of work that goes into this thing is just tremendous, and I think it just happened in April, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. And in June, like, she already has next year's show set up. But there's still a lot of moving parts, and I didn't realize how much work goes into it. So I'm shouting out Auntie Luana, I'm shouting out Kathy, and I'm shouting out the rest of the people who put on that incredible show that is, again, the Merry Monarch Festival, which is at merrymonarchfestival.org.
Yes,
right?
Yep.
That's it. That's your website.
And I'm super impressed that for someone to run a festival like this and keep the integrity of the festival. Yeah. It's been running for years.
Yeah.
And, meeting with them was a real humbling experience.
It really was.
And it was, it's just so exciting. You guys get to see the end product, which is probably one of the best festivals in the country.
Yeah.
And you see all the end product, but to see this family carrying on the traditions, but keeping the traditions how they were and how they've been, and not selling out and not taking
not over commercializing.
Not over commercial. It is beyond impressive.
It is very impressive.
Yeah, kudos to you guys at Tuluana.
Yeah. So,
all right, you guys, that wraps up this episode of Poi and Pizza. Remember, comment, like, share, subscribe. I don't know where the button's going to be. It's going to be somewhere on here, but subscribe, find us online. But make some comments. We want to hear what you feel, what you guys think about the topics. If you got something you want us to talk about, throw it in the comment section. And
that's right. And remember, keep your pizza hot and your poi fresh. We'll see you next time.
Aloha.
Aloha.
What do you mean eating poi and pizza? Who the hell would do that? Eat poi and pizza. Who does that? Idiots do that. You get diarrhea, you go eat poi and pizza.